I was just thinking, Mommy Ma had the coolest thing ever. She had a porch swing in her living room. And the living room was a pretty big house, so it was big enough to where you could swing pretty hard on it. But you couldn't do it when she was in the room because she would always come in and she'd be like, "Don't put your feet under it. Don't get your feet under it. If you go too high and you get your feet under it and it collapses, it'll fall on top of your legs and break both your legs. Keep your feet out from under it." So nobody could ever have fun with it. So we just had to sit there until she would leave the room. And then we would go real high. We'd put our feet under it. Because people always do what you tell them not to. And they can kind of tell when you're being over zealous about something that's not necessarily that important. Might be to you, and there's no, like, no shame in, um, but when you take it, too far, where you try to ruin people's good time or make them anxious about things that aren't necessarily even going to happen. And it never did happen. That thing was put in my poppy. Where I think he was. I'm not sure who built the house because I was young, but they built that house. They built that thing strong so it wouldn't do that. They knew what they were doing when they built it. But Mima will come in there. My mom did this too. I think it must be something in the women in our family. But they get real anxious about things that aren't necessarily happen or aren't going to happen, but they may have happened in the past. So they kind of, I don't know if anybody's legs ever got broken in front of my Mima. Honestly, I don't recall, and I haven't heard these stories. I don't know where she got that, but she was really, really adamant about it. She was really upset about it. It never did happen. But that's the thing. Sometimes people project their fears onto you, or project their insecurities onto you, or project their anxieties onto you. And just because it may be something that's either happened to you in the past, so you're looking at everything through the lens of it, or you're just making it up to make somebody else feel anxious or afraid or bad because of their choices. But the thing is, those are their choices. If I wanted to get on that swing and swing high and put my feet under it, that would be my risk, right? And I get to decide whether or not I want to take the chance of breaking both my legs or having some fun or getting a thrill out of life because it's short. Then that's my choice. And you you don't have the right to project your fears or project insecurities into somebody that they may not necessarily carry for themselves. Those may be yours, and you need to carry them. Let people carry their own insecurities. Let people experience things for themselves. Like I've had somebody recently who every time I interact with them, and I know they're doing it, they don't think I understand that they're doing it, but they try to look for insecurities. They try to get me to talk about things that make me feel insecure or traumas, things from the past that might upset me, so that they can then use them to compound those fears and anxieties and worries or insecurities. Like, for instance, one I told them about losing all that weight. Then they had to do something to try to make me feel insecure about my body. And no, no, those are yours. Uh, you're not going to make me feel bad about my choices or who I am or how I show up or who I love. And I would never do the same to you. So the fact that you think that you're entitled to do shit like that, well, you can keep it, and perhaps you could also shove it up your ass. You know, maybe The fact that you're insecure in the first place causes you to do terrible things like that to other people and try to make them feel bad about themselves because you feel bad. And that's really a you thing. So you work on that. You look in the mirror. You live your own life. Let other people live theirs. And in the end, they're the ones who have to decide what they're going to be fearful of, or what they worry about, or whether or not they want to take those risks. It's for them to decide. And if you purposely put your fears and insecurities, or even make some up to try to make somebody else feel bad, you are a raging piece of shit. Okay? Have a great night anyway. And I still love you, even though you're a raging piece of shit. Uh, I hope you don't ever do that to your children, because that would be wicked shitty. Okay, love you, bye. But I have decided that I am going to put my legs under that swing and see what happens. Okay? So, shorty swing my way, but don't put your legs under the swing.